Supporters of Bashar al-Assad try to smother voices of dissent with noisy rallies like this in Damascus. We've witnessed several such gatherings, some clearly arranged for us, others apparently spontaneous. Our attempts to film critics of the regime proved harder. We weighed the risks of leaving the capital by train without permission.
So we received assurances from the government that we could meet opposition figures involved in the street protests that have been happening around the country, and we decided to test that. We boarded this train to Aleppo very early in the morning, but we found that just after we boarded, so did our government escort, who's been shadowing us for the past few days.
On the long ride north to Aleppo, fellow travellers were friendly but wary about sharing their views with foreigners. They knew we weren't alone. Syria's extensive secret service network is feared here. So when we arrived in Aleppo and made contact with a student activist helping to arrange the street protests, we posed as tourists and met him at Umayyad Mosque.
We cannot stand here doing nothing, seeing everything happening around us. Even we are afraid, but we cannot stop. Okay? Actually, we're really afraid very much, and the government is just doing anything that might stop these things happening.
He says that he's reforming now, that he's changing.
Yes, but actually nothing is being applied on the land. He said that no more killing, and yet there's a lot of killing in Syria, and they've been arrested for that.
His nervousness about talking to us in public was not unfounded.
Okay. And this is, I don't know, somebody's came here.
A mosque official had spotted us and insisted we went to the manager's office.
He's telling me that, have you permission to do this?
To do what?
To coding, or maybe he's suspicious about what's going on.
Fortunately, Sami's explanation he was merely practicing his English was accepted. Without official papers allowing us to report here, we left swiftly.
Stop videoing, please.
Guarantee we're not filming his face. Well, that was a fairly hair-raising moment, and I think it shows what the opposition voices are up against. There are eyes and ears everywhere. What they've done now is they've put us into one cab and told the driver the destination. They're taking another cab and they're going to take a different route, just in case we're being followed.
When we reconnected, we bought a local pay-as-you-go mobile to stay in touch. The next day, activists had called for a volcano of protest. We waited until Sami's text brought us to Bab al-Hadid, where we filmed these scenes. Anti-government rallies have been held all over the country, but these were the first such skirmishes in Syria's commercial capital. Few joined the protest, perhaps a result of the enormous security presence in the city. The next day, we spoke to some of Aleppo's middle class who gave some depth to the debate.
It's more than 90%.
There was universal admiration for the president, but an acknowledgement that some of the protesters' demands must be heard.
We need to make some reforms in administrative terms, in corruption terms, but not to change. Any country in the world, if you ask all citizens, they're not quite satisfied, they're not quite happy. So we are part of the world.
Most of the people here like him so much. We trust him.
But maybe the problem is coming now to this country because most of people don't trust in the regime, but we trust him as a person, and we trust that he will gonna do some good stuff to this country and to the people. He likes his people.
I think that Syria has passed the dangerous period or the dangerous period, and I think it's not going to be in chaos anymore. I think it's all going to stabilize and we're going to come back to the normal living.
We heard mistrust of the activists, a fear that bringing change too quickly could rupture the glue holding competing religions and ethnicities together. Later we met Sami again in a local park as children played in the river. He was disappointed the protest failed to gel, but believes this is just the start. Eventually Aleppo will join smaller cities and call for an end to the one-party state, he said.
I'll keep pushing till I get my freedom, till I get the thing I want. Not only me, everybody here around me.
President Assad is promising reform and talks with opposition parties. He clearly enjoys the support of a large swathe of Syria, but hundreds have died here, and the impatience of the activists forced to gather in the shadows remains. Robert Nisbet, Sky News, Aleppo.